Wow, is all I have to say right now. Thank you, everybody, every single one of you who's been a part of growing my YouTube channel throughout 2022. I just hit 10,000 subscribers, and just a day ago, I hit my 2 millionth view. And these were numbers I never anticipated seeing when I started making YouTube videos again. The thought that somebody has spent time 2 million times watching anything that I've ever made is just mind blowing. And I know in the grand scheme of YouTube, that's nothing. There's people that get 20 times that on a single video. But for me, being a small time car YouTuber, Ioniq YouTuber, I could never do it without my viewers, and I appreciate it so much. And about 6 months ago, I told myself I would love to be able to get to 10,000 subscribers before the end of 2022. And we did it with 2 weeks to spare. So by the end of this month, it'll probably be 10,100. Thank you for giving me an early Christmas gift this year. I really appreciate it. And I know I don't talk a lot about my personal life on the channel. I kind of like to keep things a little bit separate, but a little background about me is after high school, I ended up going to the School of Visual Arts in New York City. I studied filmmaking for a year. I ultimately wanted to be a director of photography and operate the camera, set up lights for film production, TV production. I went there for a year and ended up dropping out because it was costing just an arm and a leg, and I would have graduated with more than a mortgage, and I did not want to have that kind of debt and then start working as most likely a production assistant on movies making $10 to $15 an hour. So I dropped out of film school in 2010, and I kind of put that passion to the side. And over the years in my career, I've had opportunities to make videos for my employers, and it's always been just a skill that I've kept in my back pocket. And when I finally got the Ioniq 5, and I decided to make the video about the dirty rear window and the turtle wax hybrid solutions that I was using to try and keep it clean, that video got a lot of views in the first few days, and I was kind of surprised. It caught me off guard. I was like, okay, this might be a thing, so let's explore it. So I did a few more videos. So I did one video in, I think, March about the frozen door handles on the car and whether they could break through a layer of ice. And that ended up getting picked up by Inside EVs. They posted it on their website, and it got like 60,000 views in a couple days. And that was very surprising. And I actually didn't even know it was on Inside EVs until one of my viewers sent me a link to it and said, hey, did you know you're on Inside EVs? So that was cool. Got a lot of attention from that. I gained a lot of subscribers from that one video. So that was kind of the point where I said, you know what? I want to keep doing this. And so far this year, I've made over 90 videos about the Hyundai Ioniq 5. And my biggest fear this year was that I was going to run out of ideas for content to make to share with you guys. And so far, that has not been an issue. I have a Google Keep list with at least another 20, 25 ideas. And I can only get through so many in a week because I work full time and I was in school this semester as well. So school's over. So the next few weeks, I'm going to put a lot of time into producing some content for you. And on that note, because of all my viewers and the fact that my channel is finally getting established, Hyundai is going to be giving me a press vehicle in January. I'm going to get a 2023 Ioniq 5 Limited to spend a week with. I'm going to make all sorts of content with it, comparing it with my Ioniq 5 SEL, telling you guys what I think of it as an SEL owner for the last year. I am interested in upgrading from the SEL to a Limited, and this will kind of give me a extra long test drive period, which will be nice. I honestly have still never even been in one. The last time I saw a Limited trim in person was actually when I filmed the SC versus SEL versus Limited trim with Kyle Connor and his dad from Out of Spec Reviews and Out of Spec Dave back in, that must have been February. So that was the last time I saw one in person, and I didn't even get to sit in the car because it was pouring rain out that day. We shot the video and we got out of Dodge. So we'll see what happens there. With the Ioniq 6 coming out in the spring, I'm trying to decide if I want to possibly wait to buy an Ioniq 6 so that I can make content about that next year. The Kia EV9 might be coming out next year. Maybe that's an option. And I also did a poll several months ago. You guys said you would be interested in seeing other EVs on this channel. Still debating whether I want to do that. I think this is a good niche to be in. There's a million other YouTubers that are making electric car content covering the whole spectrum. I kind of want to just be laser focused on the Ioniq brand, possibly branch out into the Kia brand and Genesis brand. But for now, I'm still kind of torn about what to do there. So because of your viewership, I have some leverage now with Hyundai. They're going to give me press cars going forward. So that is awesome. Wouldn't be able to do that without you. And then this ties into what I want to do to thank you guys. So to show my appreciation for all of my awesome viewers, I want to give away a V2L adapter for the Ioniq 5. So to be entered into this contest, all you have to do is be subscribed to the channel, and 2, leave a comment down below. Let me know what type of content you want to see me make when I get the press car from Hyundai, the Ioniq 5 Limited trim. And leave your comment and you'll be entered into the giveaway. So 1 week from when this video goes live is when I will draw a winner for the V2L adapter. I'm just really grateful for what we're building here with this channel. I see the same names all the time. I've gotten to know just dozens of you. We've had conversations, emails back and forth, Instagram message conversations. So just a big shout out to those regular viewers that I have ongoing conversations with all the time. You guys know who you are. I appreciate your guys' support. You guys really make this all worth it. I feel like I've made countless friends through this endeavor, and it's really nice to know we're building a small community here. So looking through my catalog of 2022, there's a few highlights from it. One, my 6-month review video has over 150,000 views, which is crazy. That video was a lot of work, so I'm happy that it performed well because I spent several days making that video, editing it. Obviously, the big 1-year anniversary is coming up in January, so expect a video about that. And probably the top highlight of the year was definitely how many miles past 0 can the car go, because that was just a crazy adventure. Just losing power in the middle of the road, just getting into some stranger's driveway and asking them to charge. But it was useful information for you guys, so I hope you appreciated that video, knowing that there's a little bit of a buffer beyond 0. So for everybody who's bought my little sunglass holder doodad this year, I really appreciate your business purchasing this. I have sold multiple versions of it. It's gotten better over the year. 3D printing is something I never did before until this little project. That was a big learning experience, and I'm glad I learned it because I really enjoy 3D printing now. I print all sorts of stuff. So making this got me into a new hobby on the side, so that's cool. It's been a really fun year, and I'm glad you guys have been along for the ride with me. You guys have made the ride. I wouldn't be here today producing this video unless you guys were subscribed and watching my videos. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you for all your support in 2022. You guys already know that you can come to my channel for the latest news about software updates, manufacturing issues, tax incentive things, all that information, all the news. You guys know you can come here for that. But what I think I've been lacking is kind of the basics of the car, tips and tricks, how things work. I've covered a lot about charging, range and stuff, so I have a good catalog of that type of content. So be sure to check my catalog, because if you're new to the channel, then you're going to see all sorts of cool stuff that I did over 2022. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you haven't already done so, or if you want to win the V2L. I'll see you guys in the next one, and happy holidays. Take care, everybody.